Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. 2nd of July 2007, 2 o'clock in the morning, and I'm doing another video for you guys. I'm going to do a few upgrades using your codes, continue to support you. The help and the support you've been giving me, guys, has been overwhelming on the YouTube channel, on STEEMIT, and of course with Genesis Mining using my 3% discount code. And I can't thank you enough. And of course, the best I can do obviously is to produce great content and at the same time continue to using your codes and also support you back, guys, and hopefully enjoying the journey and all of us make great profits out of it. So I'm gonna do today a Bitcoin contract upgrade, and I think I'm gonna do 3 upgrades, and I want to also look at the Bitcoin ROI, see how things are going. I like to do these things every now and then for you guys so you can see, and of course show you how to do the calculation for yourself, because as I always advise, it's always best when you want to invest, guys, to do the calculation yourself and make sure you're happy with the investment. Now before we get to all these things, let's look at the market, and unfortunately once again the market is on the red, but then again I don't get worried about that. The only thing when I see the market on the red, guys, that I'm a bit obviously disappointed in regards to is the fact that when I'm doing the upgrades using Dash, for instance, or LITECOIN as I did a few days ago, I have to spend more currencies in order to do the upgrades. But other than that, I'm mainly miner. I don't buy and sell at the moment. I just mine, and of course I hold long term. So therefore, I don't get scared with the fact that the price is going down, because I'm thinking of cashing out after a few years. So until then, or if by some chance the prices rise very quickly to a point where I'm happy to cash out, then I'll do the cash out. Other than that, I'm holding long term, and this is why I don't really care about what exactly is happening with the price at the moment. Right, so moving on to the so you can see obviously the prices on the screen. Ethereum is at 273, Bitcoin is quite low as well at 2,436. Litecoin's gone to almost $39, Ethereum Classic 778. Dash, it would be nice for Dash to be higher than that, because I'm going to do the upgrades with Dash, but at the moment $166. Monero at 40. Wow, Zcash has dropped as well at $286, but there you have it, guys. Nothing we can do about it. Just as I said, if you're a long-term holder like myself, don't look at the prices and the difficulty constantly, because you don't want to stress yourself unnecessary. Right, so let's do first of all the upgrades, and then we're going to quickly look at the ROI. Right, so as I said, I'm going to do the Bitcoin upgrade. If you watch my videos, guys, the 2 videos I posted early on in regards to Dash capping up, putting a cap on the Dash contract, a bit disappointing, but yeah, watch the videos, quite interesting. I'll put a link on both of the videos in the description and in the comment section. Right, so let's pick up the codes. By the way, this is my code. The reason I always show it as of late in my videos, if you haven't seen before, is because people are stealing my content and obviously changing the code to theirs, which is obviously, I don't think it's fair to you and me. So therefore, this is the code. If you do want to obviously support me and use my code for your upgrades and get 3% discount with Genesis Mining, this is the one you should see in the description and the comment section. And this is my username on YouTube and STEEMIT if you obviously want to find me, subscribe to me and share. So thank you once again in advance for all the support. I really appreciate it. So let's pick up the codes, and by the way, if you don't see your code here, that doesn't mean I don't have it, and I'm doing everything possible to use all the codes I have as quick as I can, and I'm planning to do some big upgrades, quite a lot of upgrades in the upcoming next week and the week after. So stay tuned, lots of upgrades coming up, guys. I really do appreciate the help, and I'm trying my best to support you back. Right, so 0.2 Bitcoin, as I said, I'm going to do the Bitcoin contract. I'm going to pay with Dash. Hit continue. Put the promo code, hopefully it's validated. Okay, let's see if it's the trick with the space. No, it didn't work. Maybe there's one in the front. Let's see if it validates. If it doesn't, guys, obviously as you can see, I'm doing everything possible, but for some reason it's not validating it. So if it's your code and you think I've got the code wrong, please send it to me again so I can use it. Let me try one more time, but as you can see, for some reason it's not accepting the code. Let me try something just to see. Sometimes you gotta play around with it. There you have it. So done. That's good news. So finally I validated the code. Sometimes when it doesn't accept the code, guys, there's a space in the front or the back. You want to delete it, or maybe the letter is put wrongly or something like that. So you just want to make sure, like I did, and as you can see, it did work at the end. It is quite disappointing when it says promo code not valid, but I do my very best to obviously try to find out what's the reason for it so I can use it as planned. Okay, just a bit longer. It always takes a bit of time here. There you have it. So let me send the payments, and let's hurry up before Dash drops even further and then the money are not enough for 3 upgrades. Okay, send. Alright, first one done. Moving on to the next one. Pick up the next code, which is this one here. And as you know, the reason I'm doing a Bitcoin contract upgrade, guys, because I do have Ethereum mining with obviously with Genesis mining. I also have Ethereum mining with my mining rigs if I choose to switch them to mining Ethereum. So I also have a much bigger power with Dash. So for me at the moment, I just want to push a bit my Bitcoin contract. I know Dash is more profitable than Bitcoin, at least that's what it was last time I checked it. But I'm a firm believer as never put all your eggs in one basket. So therefore, this is why I do variations. One day I may do Bitcoin, next day Dash. I just like to have options, and as I said, never put all my eggs in one basket. So setting up here. Sadly, if you're starting to hear a bit of a noise again, it's my laptop fan. I'm going to buy something to put underneath the fan, the laptop to keep it cooler, because obviously the noise, it could get slightly annoying. And the third code. So as you can see, guys, I'm doing very best as much as I can. This week I've done probably more than 50 upgrades, guys, because I did some offline with my credit card, and as you saw yesterday I did some quite a lot, and continuing, and tomorrow I do more, and so on and so on. So just the final upgrade, and then we're quickly gonna look at the ROI, and then I'll close the video. So it doesn't take obviously too long, keeping it short this time as it's getting quite late for me, and of course this noise could be a bit annoying from the fan of the laptop. Alright, just waiting for Genesis mining. And by the way, guys, I do hope you enjoy the your contracts as well, the profits that you're making, and I don't know, have you watched my video where I talked about the Dash, the contract, and the advice, the most honest advice you probably hear in regards to mining. So there you have it, guys, 3 codes upgrades. Now let's quickly look at the so this time around, just for the sake of it, I decided to look at 100 mega hashes, terahashes of Bitcoin contract, which cost $13,000, which is wow. That's a lot of money, but just for the sake of it, obviously you can do the calculations with your own personal, power that you want to purchase, or the one you already have when you do the calculations. So if you go for something like that, which is quite a lot of money, if you use my 3% discount code, doesn't matter what power you go for, but for this particular one, it will cost $12,610. It is 100,000 gigahashes, which is wow, incredible. No power cost, however. The Bitcoin contract has a maintenance fee of 28%, and this is the difficulty at the moment. Now, in regards to the Bitcoin difficulty, guys, I'll put a link on this chart in the description as well. As you can see, the Bitcoin difficulty doesn't jump up and down like the Dash or Ethereum difficulty. It does go up, but then it stays the same for quite a few days, and then it will go up again, stays the same for quite a few days. So it doesn't obviously change constantly like Ethereum and Dash, so it's a bit more easier to track you know, the difficulty and so on. But of course you have to remember that it will eventually increase again and then again and so on. Right, so this is the chart. You can look at it. It's quite easy to read, obviously, and you can obviously calculate and see every how many days does the difficulty pretty much increase, because it's much easier, obviously, as I said, to track it. So here is the calculator. Let's hit calculate and see what the number says. So let's look at, guys, the dollars. So daily you'll be making, after the maintenance fee of 28%, $61. One thing I want to obviously say, as I always do, guys, remember with Genesis mining we don't do absolutely nothing. So this is a passive income which allows us, you know, for Genesis mining to obviously be working on in a way on our behalf, obviously earning this amount of money, and at the same time to be doing whatever we want in our life. And in fact we could be anywhere in the world, and Genesis mining will continue to obviously mining for us and just getting the profits out of it. Weekly $433, monthly 1,856, and annually 22,583. This is annually, guys. Bitcoin contract is an open-ended contract, and what you have to remember is, of course, the difficulty will change, so it is likely for the coins earned and the profits to change. However, today, as we've just seen, Bitcoin is quite low, and not long ago Bitcoin was up to $3,000. So if we was to pick up the calculator and let's say calculate the 12.8 Bitcoins, and if the price of Bitcoin today was 3,000, so 12.89, almost 13 coins times in, you can clearly see, guys, the profit would be much bigger, almost double. And this is you know, what could really happen, and this is why I'm a firm believer in holding when mining long term, because it is a risk, obviously, because we never know what could happen. This is an investment, so it could go south, but looking at the history of the coins, they always go up. And as I said, Bitcoin has already been to 3,000, so why not go back to it? And in fact, many people are predicting Bitcoin to go all the way to 5,000 and beyond that. So if you're mining and holding, if you can afford to do that, and if you are willing to take the risk, you can clearly see how much money you can really make out of this contract. It's just an incredible returns, guys. That is very profitable contract, I would say. But then again, remember to do your own calculation and be happy with the investment. Well, that's all I have for you guys. Yeah, hope you enjoy this one. If you are, feel free, as I said, to subscribe and share if you haven't already. And as I said, if you do want to support me, guys, this is the code. You should see it in the description and in the comment section. Thank you so much once again, and see you in the next video. Bye bye for now.